If you look beyond the sea of scandals, you see some pretty positive things. First, look abroad. China's sending an envoy to North Korea. Why? Donald Trump. ISIS is nearly destroyed as Syria institutes terrorist rehab. Hope there's yoga. So what's the difference there? Trump. Back here, consumer confidence is high, reflecting a country's mood under a new president. If you think the guy wants to do business, you're more inclined to do it too. That's Trump. There's other stuff. Illegal immigration is down. Trump. Our energy policy seems adult for once. That's Trump. Yet what do we see? The same names and faces unloading bitter comedy that they presume is edgy, when it's actually the opposite. Joe Scarborough, a poor man's Sonny Bono, is releasing a record called A Very Drumpf Christmas. Drumpf was the name that liberals tried to stick on Trump. It failed because it wasn't memorable, much like Joe. And Alec Baldwin said in a speech that you can't be mean enough to Trump, which raises the question, how can you be meaner than chopping off his head? So what you're seeing is more cognitive bias, clouding how they see everything. If Trump does good, it's pure dumb luck. But if he does bad, it's because he's evil. But try explaining that illusion to Joe or Alec. The world's moved on without them. They're like comedians doing jokes about Y2K or Britney Spears. The material's moldier than a dorm room shower curtain, but to them, it still smells new. But also, Trump's funnier.
And I saw this man on television just now, you. And I see him standing, and didn't you get here like at 4 in the morning?
I did, sir.
Say a couple of words. Should I let him have a little bit more? What do you think, Peter? Peter, should I let him have a little bit more? Sit down. Sit down.
Thank you, everybody.
So how does the press treat you? I'll bet you get treated better by the press than anybody in the world, right? 1,000 jobs. Thank you. Oh. They don't have order. Japanese manufacturers.
He is a national treasure. No wonder Joe and Alec can't quit him. Yeah. As pure entertainment, Trump's better at it than they are. Isn't that the problem, Juan? He's having more fun than his critics. And so it's hard for critics to keep making jokes. So poor Joe Scarborough is now doing novelty songs, which is kind of the last bastion for a has-been to start doing novelty songs. He'll be at Speaker's Corner with a little banjo.
You're funny.
Well, I really like the montage. I hadn't seen some of those things. That's pretty, like one where the Japanese guy rolls his eyes?
Yeah, because the handshake was so, I guess, strong.
I didn't know. Anyway, he is a funny guy on that level.
Yeah.
It's too bad he's not just an entertainer, because if he was like Joe Scarborough, I'd say great, but no, he's not. I mean, he's the president of the United States. That's why.
The greatest one ever, as you said.
That's what you said. That's right. The greatest ever, yeah.
The greatest president ever.
Unbelievable. That's what I said was unbelievable.
Greatest
But you know what?
ever.
I mean, if you look at the numbers, Greg, people who aren't comedians don't think, I mean, his poll numbers are sinking faster than a weight in water.
Based on popularity?
But wait. We go to this back. Kimberly, you don't have to be popular, and they'll still vote for you even if they don't like you, if they trust you or think you're going to be good.
Absolutely, and this just goes to show you the inherent, grotesque, disgusting, contagious bias that no matter what he does, they're not going to give him the credit. But the good thing about the president is he is not bothered by it. He's going to keep forging ahead and make sure that he accomplishes the goals and the promises that he made to the hardworking men and women across this country that were forgotten. That's who he feels he's beholden to, and that's why he's honoring the pledges and promises about jobs and stimulating the economy and building the
ball. Yeah. Jesse, you know, South Park decided months ago they weren't going to bash Trump anymore because they felt it was too hacky, that it was like they just had enough. But these guys keep going. Yeah, it's all played out, but they won't stop.
Yeah, Biden was asked what Trump's greatest accomplishment has been so far, and he goes, well, he married well.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't give the guy anything.
But that's also true.
Also true. And to Juan's point, his poll numbers may be down, but he still beats Hillary Clinton. Excuse me, crooked Hillary Clinton.
No, you mean he beat her in the past?
If the election were held today, Hillary still loses one, and those are your polls I'm talking about.
You know this woman, Frederica Wilson? the congresswoman he was going after, she beats him. That's how bad it is.
I don't believe
I'm
that.
tired of hearing all these people beating each other. Jillian?
First of all,
Yes.
Jesse's mother is right. Sometimes you make good points in spite of yourself.
Oh, okay.
So kudos for that monologue.
Kudos.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
And I'm going to steal that comedy montage and use it on my weekend.
By the way, Sean O'Rourke put that
Recycle.
together. You know what the thing is?
Good job,
I think Joe
Sean.
Scarborough should get together with the Capitol Steps. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
That awful.
Oh, were they a cappella?
Yeah, they're like a
But
DC
you know what? You
political
can say what you
band.
want. Joe
I've seen
Scarborough,
that.
they have the best time, and he plays over at Prohibition. in
I
New
don't
York, and
care,
does the whole
Kimberly.
deal.
I don't care.
But what about what we
Whatever.
talked about
Can you
yesterday
sing?
about
Do you have any talents?
Yes.
What can you do?
I have many talents, Kimberly,
Can't show
but I
them on
don't brag
television.
about
Surprise,
them.
outrage, and disgust.
Yes.
what about things not having to be black or white? I mean, not to be boring, but it's true. Like
Yeah.
Dress.
Yes.
Right.
white.
Not everything is like my dress.
No, there's-
presidencies are never clear cut. This trip was
Yeah.
not clear cut. It had successes, it had shortcomings, just like everything. You know, a foreign policy is
No.
rarely cut and dry.
Jillian, the
Nobody
last
has
thing
this
cable
stamina, Jesse.
cable TV needs is ambiguity. It's either black or it's white.
I know.
Now, you need to get your
That's
things
why I'm
and
not
you need
doing
to go.
so well. Yes.
Take your things and go.
That's why I'm not.
They want me to
doing
tease.
so well.
And leave the
They wanted me
cup.
to tease 2 minutes ago. All right.